They'll talk about you to your face, behind your back, at your side, and they'll plant a shade tree in your front yard. And they sit here talking about they pastors and apostles, and they'll look at you up, down, and sideways. And they'll make you feel like you're ignorant and you're less than, and it's really the ignorant priest you came in contact with. Jesus said the first person that he came in contact with was a priest. That's what he said. It was a carrier of the gospel. My God, help me. It was somebody that was supposed to lead him to his grace. It was somebody who was supposed to embrace him, and he looked at him and kept going. It's folk that you look up to in the church. It's folk that you trusted with your secrets. I put on Facebook, you can't tell nobody nothing in confidentiality no more without them going to tell somebody your business in confidentiality. So now it's the folk that you trust that's looking at you crazy. Jesus said the next person he came in contact with was a man who was a Levite. A Levite biblically was somebody who was heavily associated with the priest. You tried to pastor other church, and now here come the pastor's assistant. You tried to pastor other church, and here come the elders, the deacons, and the mistresses. Y'all ain't saying nothing. The Levites were set apart. They handled the sacred articles of the tabernacle. They served as substitutes for the firstborn who belonged to God. They taught the law of God. They served as judges, enhanced the worship at the temple in music, and guarded the treasures, monies, and associated with the temple. But they did not serve as meditators of the covenant. So now that you couldn't seek help from the pastor, here you go getting it in with the head deacon. And you say, well, since Apostle Gardner was acting funny with me, I'll go try to talk to Pastor Parker. And since Apostle Gardner didn't want to give me her number, I'll go try to holler at Pastor Loveday. But since he said, no, son, I don't see me and you getting connected in the near future, I got to go holler at Pastor Williams. But since she said, I ain't got time to talk to you because I done hit the ground running, here you go trying to holler at Pastor Amanda. And you pastor hopping when God is trying to get you to see, them folk ain't concerned about you. Since I can't trust the pastor sitting on the panel, I'll go call Elijah. And Elijah got to handle business and equipment, so he can't play with me. And I'll go call George, but George somewhere running revival, so he can't tempt me right now. And it's the folk that with titles I'm looking to, and God says, they got their own business. And now you stuck because you done went to the wrong people looking for something God's trying to give you. And now you got a problem with the praise and worship leader and the musicians and everything and everybody seems out of sync and out of order because you done got contact with some knucklehead that done robbed you of what God gave you. You mad at the world about something you let somebody else do. You mad at the church for some permission you gave some fool. You mad at the church for a man you let stay in your house. You mad at the church for a woman you gave your bank account number to. And you bitter with God's people when God says it's the folk you got connected with. Yeah, I understand some church folk got their stuff, but there's every now and then, I'm preaching my grandmother's favorite text, every now and then there's a traveler along the road. So you have to understand, I may be catching bad luck on every side right now, but if I hang low, somebody's getting ready to come along. And the third person he comes along in contact with, because you have to understand, you can have faith, I'm talking to my preachers in the house. You can have hope, I'm talking to my Levites in the house. But you gotta have love. Now where's my Samaritans in the house? That says I come to help you get to your next level. I come to help you get to your destination. I preached to my priests already. They had the faith. Y'all ain't saying nothing. I preached to my Levites. They had the hope. But now I gotta preach to my Samaritans that say, you know what, I'm just walking in the love of God. Because if I tell you the truth, sometimes my faith get weak. And sometimes my hope get a little shaky. But I ain't gonna stop living it because he's been that good. I ain't gonna stop trusting it because he's been that good. Because when I think of the goodness of Jesus and all he's done for me, my faith may get weary, but I'm gonna let him anyhow. My trust may get shaken, but I'm gonna let him. Now he comes in contact with a Samaritan. Can I tell you what a Samaritan is? A Samaritan is a new and mixed breeds of inhabitants whom the Jews, the quote-unquote chosen people, just do not fool with. The Jews did not let them help in the rebuilding of the temple, and there was tension says the Jews had no dealings with Samaritans. These are God's people I'm talking about. The Samaritans were a rejected and disliked people. They were a race of people who did not have it so easy, and they were referred to as the smallest. Listen, they were the smallest, but the oldest living sect in the world. We small and we still outlive all y'all suckers. We small in number and we still doing better off than all y'all with big congregations. I'm talking the House of Refuge. We may be small right now, but we got a whole lot more love to give than T.D. Jakes' church. I'm talking the Crusaders for Christ that says we may be small right now, but we got a lot more to give than Noel Jones do. I'm talking the Morning Glory that says we're small right now. But when you look at what we done did in the community, can't no devil in heck. No, I ain't saying nothing in the house. I just need about 15 people. Listen, I thank God for my Samaritan. I need about 15 people that don't mind standing to their feet and say, you know what, I'm a blessed God. Because we may not be the biggest thing, but we the best thing. Neighbor, you may not be the biggest thing, but you're the best thing. They may not be calling you right now, or soon your calendar gonna be full. They may not want you right now, but after a while, ain't gonna be no more room. So you don't get weary, because you're small, but you're gonna outlive them all. I just want you to lay your hand on your chest and say, I may be small, but I'm gonna outlive them all. I may be small, but I'm gonna outlive them all. They don't like me right now, but I'm gonna outlive them. They're rejecting me right now, but I'm gonna outlive them. Because when I look at all the young preachers that started before me, it seems like they all done fell off. Because at the time I was small, but I'm outliving them. A Samaritan. Somebody shout hallelujah. And now and then you'll come in contact with a traveler who says, I'm not like them other niggas you came in contact with. Because I know what you're going through. Y'all ain't gonna talk back to me. The Samaritan looked at him and identified with his situation. He said, I can afford to walk past him because I know where he at. I can afford to do it like the rest of them because I know what he's struggling with. I can afford to talk about him because I've been talking about myself. I can afford to look at him crazy because I know what that look feels like. So the Samaritan said, I can't do you like that because I know you. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, when I see your struggle, I recognize my own. So I ain't got a chance to act funny with you. Because what you dealing with, I was dealing with. What you was messing around with, I was messing around with. But all you need is what somebody gave me, real love. He says, the hell God brought me out of, with all the stuff God did for me. And when I say all, I mean A-L-L, all. When there was no gas in the car, God made a way. When there was no money to pay the rent, God made a way. Y'all ain't saying nothing. When there was no food, some kind of way food was supplied. When I think about all he did, I can't afford to look at you crazy. I can't afford it. It just don't feel right me looking at you like this. Because God said, I looked at you and I saw you polluted in your own blood. So I can't afford to look at you crazy because I was suffering from pollution myself. He says, this is what he told me. He says, because if I think about it, I was doing a whole lot worse than what you're doing. Let's be honest, you struggling with it, I actually gave into it. And you battling with it, but I actually played with it for a little while. So I can't afford to look at you crazy. Because real love does not come through validation or accreditation. But real love comes through being pushed aside. Real love comes from being ran over and rejected. Real love says, I'm going to get me somebody because I got to give it to somebody. Real love says, I'm not waiting on them to give it to me. I'm waiting on me to give it to them. All I need is somebody to embrace. Because where I was, I can't afford. This is what it says. This is what love says when it comes in contact with somebody who's struggling. Love says, you know what? Because I know how that feels, I gotta give you better.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's it.
I'm not trying to get in your pants. I'm not trying to be your boyfriend. I'm not trying to be your girlfriend. But I see the need that you have. And because of the love that I have, I gotta give it to you.
Yes.
And that's how the people of God become so easily hurt. It's because we're so willing to give it at a quick pace. But God told me to tell you tonight, don't stop giving.
That's right. Amen.
Some folk will be like, you keep your love from them nasty niggas. No, but you give them love, that love to them nasty niggas. Because if you think about it, you was a nasty nigga. Y'all ain't gonna say nothing to me. I'm sorry, you can't say that across the pulpit. So let me step out of the pulpit and say it across the pulpit. If you think about it, you was worse than they was, and you got the nerve to tell them, I can't do this for you. So here the Samaritan says, I see you.
Yes, sir.
I recognize it.
Yes.
Come here and let me do you a favor.
Oh, yes.
So what the Samaritan does is he picks him up.
Yes, sir. Enough.
He ain't like the deacons. He don't kick him down. He ain't like the ushers that don't welcome you in the church. What he says was, I see you. I'm going to come lift you up. And he put him on his way of traveling. And what he did was he said, my car may be new, but it ain't too new where I can't come pick you up for church. My car may be new, but it ain't too new. If you need to use it, I won't let you drive it. Yeah, he said, it may be new because God blessed me with it so I can bless you with it. He blessed me so I didn't have to be stingy. This man said, why would I sit here and see him weak and not put him on my donkey? Y'all want to be honest with me tonight. So what happens is, the Samaritan says, come on over here and I'm going to do you a favor. Come on over here and I'm going to help you get out of your situation. Because the first chance I get, I'm going to give somebody the love I never got. It's a wonder you ain't lost your mind. And the reason you ain't lost it because you just waiting on an opportunity. It's a wonder you ain't committed suicide. But the reason is you just waiting on an opportunity. I've been done so bad. I'm waiting on a chance to make somebody feel right. I've been done so wrong. I'm waiting on a chance to give somebody the goodness. I've been done so bad that the first chance I get, I'm going to love the hell out of something. After he picks him up and he puts him on his mule, he takes the wounded man to the nearest inn. He can have somebody who's struggling with pressures, pain, and dysfunctions. And he takes that wounded man to the nearest inn. He says, I know your issue, I know your ailment, but let me take you somewhere where you can get better. I'm not going to take you to a church that I don't know about, but I'm going to take you to a church where I know the nurses are ready to go. I'm going to take you to a church where they're going to be quick to embrace you. They're going to be so quick to love you, it's going to scare the hell out of you. They're going to be so quick to throw their arms around you, you're going to catch an attitude because you think they're trying to be fresh. They're going to be so quick to show you real love, it's going to scare you back to your old ways, but they're going to love you right on back to your newness. I understand this ain't your favorite message, but I'm just trying to help you understand and identify with real love. Because I went to a big-time ladies' church in Jacksonville, Florida, and when we walked in, the ushers was looking at us crazy. They didn't want us sitting right here, didn't want us sitting right there, and I was saying, you can sure tell this ain't home. But when I got home, they let me sit wherever I wanted to sit. When I got home, they let me know they was ready to welcome me back. And that just goes to show real love lasts at the house. And how you know real love is at the house? Because Jesus said charity begins at home. You can't have a house if there is no love. You can have a building, you can have a place with your furniture and your bed, but it ain't a home if there is no charity.
You gotta say that.
Not only does he give him somewhere to stay for the night, but it's the part that messed me up. He looked at the clerk and said, if he charges anything else, put it on my tab and I'll pay it when I get there. I ain't got time to worry about how he living. I just needed to drop him off at the church. I ain't got time to worry about his lifestyle when he leaves. I just got to make sure he gets there. I'm not concerned about what they do when they get in the church. I just got to make sure they get there. And whatever they do, just charge it to me and I'll pay it when they get back. If they decide to screw me over, I'll pay it when they get back. your job to stay there. I'm preaching better than y'all shouting. I just want y'all to know that. Because I understand love says, I'll take you there. Hallelujah. Lord says, I know a place where ain't nobody down, ain't nobody worried, ain't no frowning faces, lying to the races. Lord says, if you get on my shoulders, I'll take you there. Lord says, if you grab a hold of it. I'm sorry for yelling. I got home training. I just want y'all to understand the severity of love. Look at your neighbor and say, I'm going to love you for real. The Samaritan understood the importance of having love. He knew, just like the Apostle Paul said, I can have everything in the world, but if I ain't got love, I'm useless. Because when I obtain real love, when I come in contact with the love of Christ, come what may, I'm not going to let you down. Come what may, I'm not going to leave you behind. And come what may, I'm not going to let you miss your ship. You may have up a wall right now, but the first chance I get, I'm going to love you till it fall down. It's not the wall of Jericho, so we ain't got to shout. We ain't got to walk around it 7 times. All I got to do is throw my arms around you and love it till it fall down. All I got to do is let the love of God hit it one good time, and it's going to fall down. For all the ladies in the house that say they got a wall up against me, when the right man come along, he ain't going to have to put in no work, because he going to look at you and the wall going to come tumbling down. He going to look at you and your barriers going to come falling down. You ain't got to put in work, because love said come down and it's got to go. Because I want you to understand, your wall is a demon. And when love came in contact with a demon, it pointed to the girl and said, loose the woman and let her go. So when love come in contact with you, I don't care what kind of dysfunctions you got, all they got to do is look at you and say, loose her and let it go. That's what love does. And when I see you, I'm not going to act stupid. When I see you, I'm not going to act like I don't know what you're struggling with. You may be acting dumb right now, but I'm going to love you till you get your sense back. And when you may be giving in, but I'm going to love you till you get your strength back. You may be low and out of touch, but I'm going to love you till you get back in sync. You may be getting weary, but I'm going to love you till you're back in good health. You don't need another sermon. You don't need another seminar. You don't need another Bible class. You just need real love. You don't need another prophetic word. You don't need another blessing. You just need somebody to give you real love. Because you're tired of doing the same thing over and over. And you're tired of struggling with the same thing over and over. And you said, I don't need a bunch of stuff. I just need love. You don't need all this extracurricular stuff the church trying to give the young people so they can stay saved. They don't need all of this. They just need love. They don't need all these field trips we're trying to take them on like they go to school. They don't need all these camping meetings and all of that. All they need is somebody to love them till they get out of their sin. I don't understand all these extra activities the church feel like they got to have to amuse the young folk. When I was growing up in the church, they didn't have all of that stuff. All they had was church on Sunday and Bible study during the week and services on the weekend. And they loved me until I got myself together. It didn't take no church trip for me to get my life right. It didn't take no church giving me no snacks for me to get my life right. All it took was for somebody to say, I know you in sin right now, but I'm going to love you and I ain't going to treat you no different till you get it right. I know you done run out of options, but when I see you, I'm going to throw my arms around you. You ever came in contact with somebody and they said, I was waiting on you to get here, and when you ask them, what did you want? I didn't want nothing, I just wanted to love on you. I didn't want nothing, I just wanted to throw my arms around you. And it may be a man, but you ain't going to look at it like he gave. You're going to look at it like, thank you, brother. You're going to look at it like, thank you for being the father I never had. Thank you for being the friend I never got. Because I may look funny, but it's working for my good. You don't need another diagnosis. You don't need another prescription. You don't need medication. You don't need another prediction. All you need is real love. You don't need somebody to try to help pacify your emotions. All you need is somebody to tell you, I'm going to love you till you get it right. Because they understand when all else fails, love never fails. It never fails. Even when love has been beat all night long till blood came streaming down and the blood gushed out of his side, love didn't fail. Even when love stayed in a bar or two for 3 nights and it Love said, I still haven't failed. And when love got up on the third day, love looked at him and said, y'all thought y'all had won, but you forgot the power I operate in. It does not fail. I only need 3 people to stand to their feet and shout, love never fails. I don't need the whole church, just 3 of you. They said, I know real love, and it never fails. I was a homosexual, but love didn't fail. I was a lesbian, but love didn't fail. I was suicidal, I was about to give it up, but love didn't fail. Would you just shake your neighbor and tell a neighbor, love didn't fail me, and it sure ain't gonna fail you. It didn't fail. It didn't fail. I don't care how it was looking, love didn't fail. I don't care how it was acting, love didn't fail. Because the same power that got love out the grave is the same power that's going to cause you to come out your dead relationship. That same love going to cause you to come out of that dead friendship. It's going to cause you to come out of that soul tie. It's going to cause you to take up your bed and walk up so you can be loved for real. I just need to know, is there anybody in here that says, I know what love had to do with it. I understand why love was so important. Love had everything to do with it. Because if it had not been for love, who was on my side? Would you look at somebody and say, love made me like this. Love did me like this. It was nobody, it was no person, but love did me like that. Although I speak in tongues with other men, it was love that did me like this. Although I operated in other spirits at other times, it was love that did me like this. When I thought I was about to throw it all away, and when I was about to walk away from the church, I came in contact with real love. When I get ready to give it all, because I thought I had lost it all, I came in contact with a Samaritan that was saying I was ready for you to give up so I could give you something real. I came in contact with a Samaritan that told me I was anxious, and I came in contact with you. I found a Samaritan that says through it all, I know somebody that's going to love you the way you need to be loved. I just need because you thought you were shouting for yourself. But this dance is actually for the person on the other section from you. No, this ain't even for your neighbor, because your neighbor don't consist of somebody that's by you, but you actually dancing for somebody 2 rows away from you. Because when I look at you, I see the love of God.